Copenhagen, Denmark. Frequently crowned as the happiest city on the absolute planet, it projects images of colorful harbors, minimalist Scandinavian design, and endless rows of smiling citizens riding bicycles. But behind this hyper-polished fairy tale facade lies a brutal, cold economic reality. Copenhagen is engineered to aggressively separate you from your hard-earned capital. Welcome to Before You Go Travel Official. Today, we are stripping away the flawless marketing of the Danish capital. We are delivering your official, data-driven, smart survival intelligence, breaking down the extreme accommodation taxes, the digital nomad barriers, the street food traps, and the hidden logistical secrets that will save you thousands. Let's deconstruct the Scandinavian happiness illusion. To understand this medieval playground, we must look at its architectural foundation. Copenhagen was founded as a fortified fishing port to control the Baltic Sea trade. The city has burned down completely multiple times throughout its dark history. Because of this, the local government strictly controls the historic center, known as Indre. They forbid modern high-rise developments to preserve the 5-story Dutch-style brick houses. While this looks breathtakingly vintage, it creates a severe artificial housing shortage, driving real estate and lodging prices to catastrophic heights for global travelers. The financial extraction hits you the absolute moment you land at Copenhagen Airport. The airport is clean, sleek, and connected directly to the central train network. But the public transport tickets are heavily zoned and aggressively enforced. If you accidentally board a train with the wrong zone ticket, transit inspectors will issue an instant, non-negotiable fine of nearly $100. The standard accommodation market is a massive trap for budget travelers. A basic windowless hotel room in the city center routinely crosses $250 per night. Even hostel beds in shared dorms like Steelhouse or Generation Copenhagen cost more than standard private hotels in Southern Europe. To protect your capital, you must bypass the classic hotel networks entirely. Smart travelers look toward the emerging outer districts like Smørrebrød or Amager. These neighborhoods offer alternative boutique hostels and affordable private apartment rentals. Smørrebrød is culturally vibrant, heavily diverse, and offers the absolute lowest price-to-quality ratio for lodging in Denmark. If you are a digital nomad planning to run your remote business from Copenhagen, you face a massive structural wall. Denmark is not designed for the modern remote workforce. The general cost of living is mathematically unsustainable for freelancers earning standard international wages. The local tax system is incredibly high, and renting a hot desk at a local co-working space like Founders House or Soho costs a small fortune. Furthermore, local coffee shops have an aggressive anti-laptop culture. Many independent cafes in the city center explicitly ban laptops or turn off their Wi-Fi networks during peak hours. They do this to stop remote workers from occupying tables for hours while buying a single $6 flat white. If you need to work, your only free weapon is the Royal Danish Library, also known as the Black Diamond. This stunning ultra-modern building offers free high-speed internet, silent study zones, and breathtaking harbor views without charging a single krone. The museum ecosystem in Copenhagen is world-class but financially dangerous. Major institutions like the National Museum of Denmark or the SMK National Gallery charge steep entrance fees. If you try to visit these spots independently, your daily budget will vanish instantly. To bypass this cultural tax, you must purchase the Copenhagen card. But you must calculate your logistics mathematically. The card gives you free access to over 80 museums and unlimited public transport. But it only saves you money if you pack at least 3 expensive museum visits into a single 24-hour window. If you prefer a slower pace, look for the Glyptoteket Museum. It features an incredible indoor tropical garden and holds a free admission day every single month. The seasonal timing of your trip will completely dictate your survival. Traveling to Copenhagen during the high summer months of June to August is a financial ambush. Flight prices double, hotel rates skyrocket, and the iconic Nyhavn harbor is completely choked with massive tourist crowds. The smart traveler aims for the shoulder seasons of May or September. The weather remains crisp and perfect for exploration, but the tourist crowds completely vanish. Avoid the deep Scandinavian winter unless you want only 4 hours of gray daylight and freezing Baltic winds that shut down outdoor life. The iconic landmark of the city is Nyhavn, the famous 17th century waterfront canal lined with brightly colored townhouses and historic wooden ships. The travel brochures tell you to sit at the waterfront cafes and enjoy a cold Danish beer. Do not fall for this amateur trap. The restaurants along Nyhavn serve frozen, mass-produced food at 3 times the standard city price. The locals never eat here. Instead, follow the authentic Danish tradition. Go to a local Netto or Irma grocery store, buy a cold local craft beer, and sit directly on the wooden docks of the canal. You experience the exact same world-class view for less than $2. Your next major stop is the famous Amalienborg Palace, the winter residence of the Danish royal family. It consists of 4 identical classic palaces surrounding an octagonal courtyard. It costs absolutely nothing to walk into the center of the square and witness the daily changing of the royal guard. From there, take a short walk to the Rundetårn, or Round Tower. Built in the 17th century as an astronomical observatory, it features a unique equestrian spiral ramp instead of stairs. The entrance fee is incredibly cheap, and it delivers the most authentic, unobstructed panoramic view over the red-tiled roofs of the historic center. For an intense cultural shock, you must walk into Freetown Christiania. This is an autonomous anarchist commune established in 1971 inside an abandoned military barracks. It operates entirely outside Danish municipal laws, featuring its own green economy and unique self-built architecture. While it is entirely safe for tourists during the day, you must obey the strict local rules. The central area, known as the Green Light District, is controlled by local gangs. Photography is strictly forbidden here, and running through the streets is viewed with high suspicion. Walk quietly, keep your camera inside your bag, and observe this fascinating social experiment with absolute respect. Dismantling Copenhagen's culinary matrix requires you to avoid traditional sit-down restaurants entirely. Denmark is the birthplace of new Nordic cuisine, meaning standard dinners can easily cross $100 per person. To eat affordably, you must master the local street food network. Look for the traditional Pølsevogn, the historic mobile hot dog carts found on almost every major square. Order a classic Rød Pølse, a vibrant red pork sausage served in a warm bun with crispy fried onions, pickles, and remoulade sauce. It is a delicious, high-calorie local tradition that costs less than $5. For a modern street food experience, cross the harbor bridge to Broens Gadekøkken, or visit the industrial Reffen Street food market. These zones are filled with trendy shipping containers serving global gourmet dishes. To find authentic Danish food, you must seek out Smørrebrød. This is the legendary Danish open-faced sandwich built on a dense, dark rye bread called rugbrød. The bread is heavily buttered and topped with pickled herring, cold roast beef, or crispy fish fillets with fresh dill. Skip the luxury lunch cafes and head straight to a local neighborhood butcher shop or Torvehalleren food hall. Look for the tiny takeaway stands where local office workers line up. You will get an authentic, masterfully crafted smørrebrød for a fraction of restaurant prices. What the glossy travel vlogs never tell you is that Copenhagen operates as a hyper-efficient, highly automated corporate ecosystem. The entire society is nearly 100% cashless. If you carry physical paper banknotes, many local cafes and automated transport kiosks will outright reject them. You need a zero foreign fee debit card to survive. The local transit police enforce strict rules against walking inside designated bicycle lanes. If you step into a fast-moving bike lane to take a selfie, you will be instantly struck by a local cyclist traveling at 20 miles per hour. Copenhagen is undeniably a geographic masterpiece and a fascinating study in modern urban design. The cleanliness, the historic harbors, and the ease of mobility are completely real. But it is a destination that will ruthlessly drain your funds if you follow the standard tourist track. By utilizing the outer district hostels, working from the free Black Diamond library, eating from local hot dog carts, and drinking like a local on the docks of Nyhavn, you can shatter the Scandinavian price matrix, experiencing the absolute pinnacle of Denmark entirely on your own terms. Subscribe to Before You Go Travel Official. Hit that notification bell right now and let us know in the comments below. Would you dare to challenge the hyper-expensive lifestyle of Copenhagen? Or do you prefer a more budget-friendly European escape? Let's analyze your smart travel strategies in the comments below. Safe travels.